Hey guys, I have learned that I need to just film when I have the opportunity to film. So Harper is running around, the TV is on, so if you hear laughs and screams and things like that, everything's okay. I mentioned a few videos ago that we were thinking about moving, and we have officially sold our house. So we are super excited. It was a long process, and I wanted to just kind of share that we sold our house with you guys when we officially sold our house. So we just had so much going on. It was very much up and down for like 4 months. So I'm kind of glad that I didn't come on here and give constant updates, because it would have just been annoying. So as I was mentioning in that video, we moved here to Utah from Colorado, and it was really hard house hunting from a different state. And so we found this house and we really liked it. It was the only house that we really liked. We kept looking at one-story houses and we just didn't like any of them. Yes, they were a one-story, but that was it. They didn't cross anything else off of the list as far as things that we were wanting in a home. You don't want to buy a house that you don't like or enjoy. And so we found this house, and it was everything that we were looking for. It's just, it wasn't a one-story, but it did have a main floor master. And we had never had one of those, so it's kind of a one-story in a sense, but the kids' bedrooms are upstairs. And so we thought it was kind of a happy medium, and we were like, you know what, like, let's just do it, and if it doesn't work out for us, we can move in a couple of years. Like, it's not that big of a deal. And it actually did work pretty well for a while there, but once Harper was out of her crib is when it really kind of became hard, because nap time and bedtime, I have to go up and down the stairs like 20 times. So we decided that if it was a good investment for us, that we would like to just go ahead and put the house on the market and find the house that really works for us. And I feel like I get asked the question a lot, why do you guys move so much? Which is a valid question, because we do move a lot. I feel like when you buy a house, there's some people that buy a house with the intention to live in it forever. And then there's people that buy a house because it's an investment opportunity. Buying a house isn't always an investment opportunity. You definitely have to do a lot of research to make sure that, you know, it's good for you. There's so much that goes into it. I don't think that buying a house is always necessarily going to be an amazing investment. It depends on the situation. But Joe and I always go into a house making sure that if we sell it, it's going to be a good investment. So that was one of the reasons why we really liked this current house that we lived in, because based on the comps and things like that, we knew that we were buying this house pretty much under market value, and that if we did decide that we wanted to sell in a couple of years, that it would probably be a really good investment. So that was a huge plus that this house had going for it. So when people ask us a lot, like, why do you guys move so much? It's really been because for Joe and I, the past 10 plus years, we have really looked at real estate as an investment opportunity. And with each house that we buy, it kind of adds to our investment portfolio or our financial portfolio. We wouldn't be where we are today with our goals and our financial goals if we hadn't bought and sold those other previous houses, because they've all been an investment for us. So I just kind of almost wanted to clear that up and answer that question, because I get asked that question a lot of, why in the world do you guys move so much? And the short answer of that is, right now in our lives, selling houses like has been like kind of a part of our career, if that makes sense. In our experience, and it's not like this all the time, but in our experience, when you buy a newer house, like a new house, like we have always built our houses through a home builder. When you buy that house, for us, it has always been below market value when we're looking at the comps. And so we know that if we go to sell that house, that we will make money, as assuming that the market continues to go well, which is definitely a gamble, which is why we also make sure that that house is a house that we like and enjoy, because then if the market tanks, then we're gonna stay there. So you don't wanna buy a house, or we didn't wanna buy a house that was strictly an investment house. Because then if the market tanks, then we're stuck there. And we've had fun. Like, I love getting a house ready to sell it. I love staging. We kind of decorated some parts of our house to sell the house, and we hadn't decorated them when we lived in the house. And I got some questions from like family and friends like, oh, don't you regret not decorating the house when you lived in it? And now you're decorating it. I mean, it was 90% decorated, but now you're decorating it to get ready to sell it. And I was like, I think this is more fun. There's just something that we both really enjoy about real estate and buying and selling and getting a house ready to go on the market. It is super stressful, but I would dare to say it's a slight hobby of ours. And so the next house, we are hoping that is more of a forever home. Joe and I have a goal to be debt-free and to own our house. We don't have any other debt besides that. Our student loans are paid off, our credit cards are paid off. So we just have our house, and which we don't have. Joe and I have believed strongly in our marriage that to not get into credit card debt. So we've always had that goal of you don't buy something unless you have the cash for it. We have a goal to be debt-free in the next 5 to 10 years. And so with each house that we have bought and sold, we have gotten closer to that goal, because then we're able to take what we made on the last house and put it on the next house. And so in the end, we owe less debt. And so with this next house, we'll be able to owe less debt, and so we'll be able to pay it off quicker than if we had just stayed in this house. So there's a lot that goes into it, and I had never shared any of that because talking about financial stuff on YouTube is iffy. But at the same time, we've learned a lot from it, and I thought that I would kind of share a little bit of that with you guys and answer one of my most asked questions, which is, why do you guys move so much? So we did go house hunting and things like that. I did vlog some of that. And so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna have one house hunting vlog and just kind of show you guys the beginning and the end. So us looking at this house and this lot and that lot. And then at the end of the video, you guys will see what house we ended up going with and stuff like that, versus dragging it out and having like 10 billion house hunting vlogs. Maybe you guys would have enjoyed that, but I thought it would be satisfying to just see the whole process in one video. So I'm not sure when that will be coming out, but that will be a future video. On to the next chapter. This home was an amazing home for us for 2 years. There are a lot of amazing memories, but there's also a lot of really hard memories. I mean, not a lot of really hard memories, but one really hard memory in this house of us having our miscarriage and just kind of recovering from that. I had a lot of depression in this house actually, which I never, not in this, like it was this house's fault at all, but right when we moved to Utah, I actually got pretty depressed, and then I was really depressed during my pregnancy. I actually talked about that in a video that I never posted because we ended up miscarrying, so I didn't want to post a past video. And then, you know, dealing with depression after we lost Blue. And so we are so excited for a new start. Just a fresh new start. This home served us well, and it's opened up opportunities for us. Anywho, I hope that maybe you guys got some questions answered with this video. I feel weird putting this video out and talking about like financial things and stuff like that. It's definitely weird to be putting on YouTube, but at the same time, I know that a lot of people are curious about it, and it was also an announcement video to let you know that we are officially moving and we sold our house, and we have so much more to share with you guys. So anywho, I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.